Good evening, viewers. We are now for the evening session of the final day of the finals of the ILB Lawn Bowling Championships for 2025. 3 games on tonight. The game we're going to be concentrating on is a game between Iern and Crumlin in the over 55s O'Leary Cup. Currently you'll be seeing they're playing their trial ends, and watch and see what happens in those trial ends. And in the other rinks I'm going to be provided with a list of who's playing and what events they're on. I understand, I can see it there on the rink number 4, there's the Boyd Cup taking place. Looks as though Shane Leonard has teamed up with Nicholas Smith, and Ian Darcy is teamed up with John Byrne. Looks like John Byrne is going to be skipping that, and Shane Leonard will be skipping Nicholas Smith. Next rink, on rink 5, you'll probably see some of the action there next door to the Iern game. Just will have to, it looks like a triples. Yes, it looks like a triple. So we can see from Crumlin we've got Amy Carruth, Sarah Kelly and Nikki Ryan. Now I see Rita Saunders there for Dunleary. And I think up the other end is Vivian. I'll have to get that list again, sorry. Apologise for that, I've lost a few names there. Just trial ending at the moment. Excuse me. We've got a list come through. That's fine. I can work that out. Right, sorry to keep you waiting. We're still running the trial ends. They'll be completed soon. They're still playing up at the rink, so there'll be a few more bowls to be bowled yet. And then we'll start. It's around about 6:30. That's the start time. We've started a little bit early, following probably an earlier finish to the afternoon session. I'm not sure if you got the full microphone level there. I'll just check my microphone. Right, I have that up as high as it can go. By all means, put on the chat. Let me know if you can hear or can't hear. This is the final 3 games of the finals week. We have the Boyd Cup and the over 55s O'Leary for the men, Boyd Cup for the men as well. That's the pairs. And as I understand it, we're looking at the Rona Eager senior triples, where we have Dunleary of Vivian Beattie, Rita Saunders and Gay Green are playing the triples from Crumlin, Nikki Ryan, Amy Carruth and Sarah Kelly. I think if anybody saw the afternoon games, and in particular the game between the mixed pairs, the Milan between Iron and Black Rock, I'd be very happy if you were to send a few chats in to perhaps try and console me. I was in that game. We didn't get off to a very good start. We were 10-0 down before we scored our first points. Managed to get down to be 15-12 down with a few ends to play. Unfortunately, obviously, Kent didn't stay awake because we dropped 5. Managed to burn the end, or kill the end, as we'd say in New Zealand, and had to play not an extra end, but had to play that end again, and we just weren't able to kill the jack or to pick up 5 shots. So well done to the Black Rock pairing of, sorry, I've got somebody adjusting my volume, which I think is already adjusted. Sorry about that. Yeah, so well done again to the pairing from Black Rock of Adam Kells and Kelly Matthews. They played brilliantly. I was very impressed with Kelly's play. She was using the same bowls as myself, the Aero Sonics, and it took me a while to try and understand how come she was finding the line on both sides of the rink, and I wasn't quite getting there. And then Adam reminded me that Kelly is a left-handed player. I should have picked that up early, but anyway, relatively close game, I guess, but they got away on us early, and despite our valiant comeback to get within 3 shots of them, they pulled away again. And congratulations to them, well done, and may their success continue into the future. Back to our game. It's just, as I say, trial ends. I've switched the camera, and no, I don't need to. They're coming our way. Now I'll just give you the names of the players in this, if I haven't done that before. We got, for I Earn, we've got leading is Liam Farrell. Second will be Ken Whelan. Paul Garton is playing 3 to Dave Doyle, who will skip that 4. For Crumlin, we have Richard Kelly is the lead. Robert Toner will be playing second. John Leonard takes up the 3rd role, and Paul Smith looks to be skipping that. Now, if that were to change from the listed order we've got here, I will let you know. But we have Iron are the red, according to my stickers here. Iron playing with red stickers, and Crumlin with white. Now it looks like the ladies there have started in the Rona Eager, the senior triples. I haven't got a list of what colours they're playing with, but I'll pick it up when I see the players pick up the bowls. I'll try and keep you informed on that one. Paul Gartland, this is still the trial end here. It's Paul Gartland rolling up, probably a few yards short. Let's go and see what's happening at the other end. You can see that's John Leonard sending his bowl down in the trial end. Heavy enough to make the ditch, but or bang into all the bowls that had kicked off to the side, but that would have been ditched. Paul Gartland. Looks like we've got the white lines of the camera. I'll just try and see if my cameraman will take those off for us. I don't think we need to see them. No. Okay, we're back live again, or back on audio. I give a big shout out to Susan Canane today, took over on the commentary. I was had family commitments in the morning, couldn't do the morning session, and then in the afternoon of course I was playing or attempting to play in that Milan match. So well done to Susan. I saw and listened to a few of those her commentaries, and she fitted in very well, I thought. So anytime she wants to take over the job, she's more than welcome, or we can share it. I think this will probably be the once and only. Maybe next year at the championships they might be looking for a commentator, I don't know. But anyway, looks like we're starting the game here. You see Liam there putting the first bowl up in the over 55 O'Leary Cup. Dave Doyle centering the jack for him, and I'll try and follow that bowl up. So it looks like whatever happened there, I earn leading off in terms of the toss. I'm not sure whether Matt was given away, but now the sun's shining here. We should get plenty of daylight for this game. I'm looking forward to the celebrations and the commiserations later on tonight. Liam starts with a toucher. Richard Kelly on the mat. Paul Gutland bends over and marks Liam Farrell's bowl. Richard's got a good bowl here coming in. Looks like it might take, oh, just misses the jack. Nice home at the back of it there. Liam steadies up for his second bowl. I'm switching between views, and as I said before, if you find that not to your liking, by all means make a comment in the chat and tell me what would be best. We can't really follow that bowl. The camera's not set up so they could follow the bowl up, so I'm switching. Good bowl here from Richard. Not quite making the jack. Liam still has his own, still has his first. Ken Whelan up to bowl now. Ken playing position number 2 for Dave Doyle. Bowls it out on his forehand. They're on rink 6, so as you've seen before, can be a bit tricky. They're on the red settings, so it looks like we were on the red settings as well, so they haven't really played it on the championship black. I haven't seen that happen this week. Actually, they might have played some games on what we'd call our league, well, our best rinks, which is a black, full black. They're on the red here, so let me have a look at my list as to who just played for Crumlin. That's Ken Whelan taking his shot up. Robert Toner. I haven't met Robert. Well, I may have met Robert before, but looks like Dave Doyle very happy with that bowl from Ken. Robert onto the mat playing his backhand. Off it goes, coming to view soon. You can see it there now. Let me slip through my binoculars. I've got a pair of binoculars here now. I think perhaps Susan brought them in, or somebody brought them in for Susan. I'll get you a little bit closer to the jack. It's a red stickered bowl that's holding, and potentially two. Potentially two there, I'd say, for red stickers. Paul Gartland with iron. He's our number 3, or he's the iron number 3. I play 4 iron. That's why I said he's our number 3. Nice bowl. Probably a little long in terms of counting, but there's a possibility though that iron are holding 2 there. Coming down now to play is John Leonard. He's been in a few finals this week, as has his skip Paul Smith. Richard Kelly's been in a few as well. I'm not sure about Robert. So we're only on the first end here. See Paul coming in well, giving that bowl from Liam a little chip. So we can say now that, yes, I can tell you that Liam Farrell's bowl is still holding. Paul Gutland on his forehand. Looks to be a good line. Dave Doyle gives him a signal to say you're okay, but he runs into a white stickered bowl which would belong to a Crumlin player. I'm jumping between the binoculars and the camera switch. Now, one thing to be careful here with is John Leonard, of course, is a left-hander. He's playing quite strong here. He's got Liam's bowl out, and definitely now we can say that Crumlin hold 1. At least let's have a look through the binoculars. I would say Crumlin, well, it could be a measure for 2 there, but yes, I won't commit on that. I can't get my binoculars focused in terms of how far the other bowls are away, but I can tell you that Crumlin hold at least 1. Dave Doyle down here on the mat for iron, looking to rectify that situation. Off he goes on his forehand. Staying a bit wide, I think. Coming in, if it hits anything, it'll be Paul. He actually hit Paul Gartland's bowl, but also collected a white stickered bowl of Crumlin, and so Crumlin still hold up there. I'll switch back to the mat. So now I think Paul Gutland's bowl is probably close enough for second shot, but on the right hand side you could probably see that white stickered bowl of Crumlin, so it could be a measure for that second shot. Paul's come down to the mat. You can see him there with a white hat. He's skipping tonight. He's pushing out on his forehand. Ball's been released and we're on to see what happens at the other end. Seems to be on a good line. Breaking away a little bit to the left, is it? It is. And it pushes Paul Gartland's bowl out of the head, I would say. They could be 3 down here. That is, I earned, could be 3 down. Oh, Dave Doyle's gone on quite a narrow line, but there's one thing that Dave knows, it's the lines on these rinks. So if he takes that jack, it'll be, he's done it. He's done it. Big hand goes up from Paul Gartland. I should have shown that. I should have switched. Apologies there, but that's a great bowl from Dave Doyle. And up to the head, pushed out the shot bowl, and so Paul Smith decides I better walk up there and have a look. From what I could see, Paul Gartland put up his hand to indicate, well done Dave, we have shot. But there's all the Crumlin players are now around the head. Paul Smith on his way up to have a chat to them, and we'll have a look. I'm not sure how many there. Let's have a look through the binoculars, see if I can pick up anything. We're looking for red stickered bowls. Not sure if that black bowl must be Dave's. I suspect now that I would 2 to Iron, I would say, but with a possibility of a third on a measure. But that's probably why all the Crumlins gathered around to have a look what could be done there. But anyway, Paul Smith making his way back to the rink, to the mat. Rolls his bowl onto the mat, has another look, shields his eyes from the sun, and talks to his players about, talks to John Leonard, who's playing his 3, about what bowl to be played. He's going to set up for the backhand by the looks, but let's wait a minute, I'll see. You'll know better than me. Yes, he's picked up for the backhand there. He's playing the backhand, but that bowl on that hand, he's trying to get under here. They're saying get under. He's gone to, he sits on a bowl, whacks it out, and I would say that's probably the shot, is it? Paul Gartland comes in to have a look. He hasn't given the shot away yet. They just, at this stage, are looking. He pulls out the shot that Paul Smith just delivered, and now gets down on his knees to measure for second shot. Let's have a look at him. Have I got these? No, they pulled it away, so just wondering, I'll just have a better look at the stickers on these bowls to make sure I've got the, according to my program, Iona are red stickered, and that's right, isn't it? We saw Paul playing with a white stickered bowl, so yeah, that's a 2 for Crumlin, white stickered bowls. So they picked up 2 on the first end. A reasonably shorter end here. Paul Smith straightens up that jack, and now Richard Kelly to deliver the first bowl, leading for Paul, leading for Crumlin. Unfortunately, I can see I'm going to have to talk to my cameraman. Yeah, it's a bit tricky, isn't it? I'll get him to swing the camera a little, so you'll be off. I'll be off here for a moment. Right, I've just asked the cameraman to move the camera around so you can see a better view of the head. As best I can see, the red bowls are white stickered, so they're holding 2 at the moment. I'll just try and... We've got a bowl here from Ken Whelan coming down. Looks a little wide and a little heavy, so you can see Dave Doyle doing the Macarena there, was it? Spinning his arms around. This is Robert Toner coming on the forehand, I believe. Nice bowl here, actually. That's another counter. That makes 3. Makes 3. Ken Whelan to play. Playing on his forehand. Greens were playing well today. Running reasonably quick. I wouldn't say super fast. Oh, that's a good bowl by Ken. Just a little bit long. Enough to... I was going to say cut the count down. Sorry. No. Spinning between each camera. It's easy to forget. Because as I say, I look out the window. I'm watching the bowl and then I look down on the monitor and I say, whoops, I haven't got that camera in the right place. So let's go back up there. That's John Leonard to 3 for Crumlin. He's bowling. He's left-handed. So it looks like he's on his backhand. Pretty sure I've got that right, but... I think that's going to pull up short. Yes, it has. And it stayed a little wide as well. I should have jumped between. Let's have a look at Paul first, then I'll jump for you. Paul Gutland's bowl coming in now. It looks like a reasonably... Oh, it's going to pull up. Unfortunately, on a good line. John Leonard to bowl. Sticks with his backhand. Get a long view of it here, so it's much better line for John, much better weight. Hurry is the call, but he's 2 feet short, I'd say, on that bowl. Paul Gartland looking to make amends, has to negotiate past John Leonard's last bowl. Looks to be on a wider line here. He's playing with grooves, I know that. He's going to hit a white stickered bowl here. That's John's first bowl, been pushed in, but no damage. It's still probably 2 to Crumlin. I would say 2 to Crumlin, and potentially 1 in a measure, but I think it's probably 2. The iron bowl, a little bit slightly long. That Ken's bowl was slightly long. Dave Doyle kicking his 2 bowls over to a position where he'll pick them up from, and Paul Smith coming up to pick up his first bowl. Early times in all the games, I'm looking across the rinks, they've all played 2 ends except this game you're watching, which only played 1. They're on their second now. Paul Smith is on his first bowl, second end, and he's a right-hander, so he's playing his backhand. I could have kept that camera on a bit longer for you, but so he's playing into move bowls. That's the way I see it. And he has moved the bowl, nicely weighted. That brings in a Crumlin bowl to the taking shot. Dave Doyle knows these rinks inside out, so let's see what he can do on this one. He's waving his hand. He's played a wrong bias. I can't believe it. And I don't think he would want to remember that one either. But these things happen. In the heat of the moment, he's put out a wrong bias bowl by the looks. So let's hope he can recover from that and put that behind him. Can happen. I've been guilty of it myself. In the heat of the moment, you just forget to look. Or I know I've got a routine that in theory stops me from doing that, but Now and again you find it happens, especially if your skipper's changed your hand on you or something like that. And anyway, let's go back to the head. Paul Smith is knocked out. Paul Smith is knocked out Iron's only bowl on the head. They are multiple shots down. Dave Doyle was asked to come down to the head but has chosen to remain on the mat, ready to bowl his bowl, staying on the forehand. Hopefully he's got the bias right. He's played it reasonably well here, I think. It's got enough weight to get to the jack. If he gets past that one, he'll have shot. And he... oh, so close. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, probably 3 to Iron. Sorry, 3 to Crumlin. I fell into a trance then actually, but it was 3 to Crumlin, I would say. They pull the bowls back. I'm just going to have a drink of water here. Be right back with you. Sorry, we're back on here. I had the mics off, so all of my chatting. What I was saying before, I have nobody on the chats, and I don't know if anybody's watching, so that would be a disaster, I suppose, if nobody's watching. So if you are, perhaps say something in the chat. Let me know whether you're enjoying it or whether I need to change the viewpoints, etc., etc., etc. So that's my phone in my back pocket going off. Paul Smith on the mat. Backhand shot for Paul. Seems to be about the right length here. He normally is pretty good with his weight. Looks like the jack's going to move. Oh, he's just been nicked off the head by that short bowl. Dave Doyle to have a go on his forehand. Let's hope he's checked that bias. Red stickered bowl for Iron. Up it goes. Trying to negotiate through there, but that's why as I said to you before, look at that, straight onto the jack or close to it. That's a shot. He knows the green, he knows where the bowls are going to turn on it, and that's a good result. Iron will be holding 2 at least. Paul Smith looking to rectify his first bowl. He looks like he's on the jack this time. He's got it. He's got it. On it goes. Goes with it as well, and that's 1 at least. To Crumlin. Dave Doyle to rectify that. I would say I could see another yellow stickered bowl there, which would be closer, I think, than Paul's blue one. So let's have a look what Dave can do here. Some toing and froing going on here. Right, he sent it on its way. It seems to be hanging out, but if it comes back around, no, it's staying out, isn't it? And we'll be lucky for that to come back. So that's one that's got away on Dave. I would say we've picked up 2 for Crumlin there, unfortunately. Well, sorry, unfortunate for Iron, I'm meant to say. If that's 2, then it'll put the score at 7-0 after 3 ends. So let's have a look what the score goes to. Now on the other, I haven't got a pen on me, so I can't sort things out for me here. Richard Kelly on the mat. It's gone to 7, so 7-0 after 3 ends to Crumlin. On the ladies triples game, we have Crumlin on 1 and Dunleary on 2. 3 ends played. They're playing the 4th there. And then on the other rink with the Boyd pairs, the 2 Crumlin teams, I just can't see the scoreboard. Nicholas Smith is standing right in front of it. Okay, so Richard Kelly setting off with his first bowl on the 4th end. Coming up nicely to the head. That'll be a lovely bowl. Sun shining off it. I think that's a red bowl, but with the sun shining off it, now that's better. At one stage here, it had a sense of blackness to it, but I'll leave the camera down on the head for this shot. Liam Falro's put it out, looking quite good. Going to go past though, probably 2 yards past the head. On a good track, but probably beaten by the speed. Go back up to Richard Kelly. I've just got a message there. I'll have a quick look at that message once Richard's bowled. Now, what have we got? We've got Anne-Marie McWorris watching from Dunleary Golf Bowling Club, trying to sneak a look at the Dunleary Bowling Club match. This men's match is absolutely brilliant. Okay. In the Dunleary situation there, Dunleary hold a 2-1 lead over Crumlin. You can see the head to the right of the Iron. We now got Liam Farrow bowled as second. secures the shot. So I'm switching. Thank you, Anne-Marie, for those comments. Hopefully the coverage is to your liking. Ken Whelan bowling on his backhand. Iron holding one at this stage. Ken's coming up nicely to that head, just going to, he gets a clap from Dave, so that's counting. There's two now for Paul Smith. Has a look around the head there before he gives instructions to Robert Toner. John Leonard suggests what should be done, and he asks Robert to go on to his backhand, and he might be playing with a bit of weight, is it? No, he's not. Well, doesn't look weighted to me. Anything, it's going to break away, is it? Yeah, it's a very good effort, but it does break away, and there's still two shots to Iron. Sorry, go back up there. Ken Whelan on the backhand again, played a lovely shot, his first bowl. Dave Doyle having a close look at it. A little more overweighted, this one, I'd call it, and he's gone to the back, probably 2 yards off the jack. Iron holding 2, but there are a lot of, as you can see that, if those two black red stickered bowls were to depart the head, Crumlin would have a good fistful of shots. At the top end there we've got John Leonard to play, left-handed bowler, good bowler too. And he's on his forehand, I think. Yep, on his forehand. Looks to be narrow to me, but the ball straightens up. Only just misses the line to the jack, goes through the head, and Iron remain holding 2. Paul Gartland on his backhand. Can't quite see the full travel of that. I've got a little obscured out my window, but not on the TV. Kept it wide and kept it long. Before I can even switch cameras, John's on the mat and ready to bowl. He's playing with a lot more weight. Has he? No, he hasn't. Well, yes, in fact he has. He's going to come off. He gets a wick off his own team's bowls. Doesn't reach the head or nick across to the head. So currently, Iron still hold 2. Paul Gutland's let his bowl go. He's taken a narrower line this time. He's playing with the grooves, aero grooves, same line every time. That's provided you point it in the same direction and on the same line. So there's still an element of user, I won't call it user error, but user determination. So if you point it down the same line, it's supposed to carry on the same line, but it doesn't take much to be on a different line if you're on a rink that is not perfectly smooth and perfectly flat. I'm currently playing with Sonics. They take a wider line than the grooves. Both are very popular here in terms of the aero bowls. I think Dave Doyle playing. I haven't looked at Dave Doyle's bowls, but I'm reasonably certain that they are well, they're black for a start, so, and I suspect they're a little older than the grooves. The grooves, just looking at Paul up the top end there, the grooves are relatively new compared to what Dave Doyle is bowling with, and I suspect the same with what Paul is bowling with. I haven't looked at what Paul's bowling with, but whatever he's using them well. Here they come. You can see it now coming into the jack. It's got the jack. Pushed it out to their own bowl. So now they hold probably 2. Tremendous bowl. That puts Dave Doyle under a bit of pressure, but it's not insurmountable. We have the red stickered bowls at the back of the head, as you can see. Now Dave Doerr's been instructed to play on the forehand. Well, I'd be going the backhand myself, but he's going forehand. He's been instructed from his 3, Paul Gartland, to go that back forehand. And well, he's having a look, as I heard Paul say, but he's going to hang out. Unless he pushes that up. Gets a good effort from Paul Gartland. His 3, he's holding second shot. But for me, I saw a shot on the backhand there. Bowl or jack, and as you can see, those 2, at least 2 if not 3 red stickered bowls. About a yard and a bit, yard and a half maybe, away from the jack. That's where you could have brought that jack through, or you could have sat out the white stickered bowl. If that hand plays well, that is, I'm not sure. But he wasn't called to play that hand. Let's have a look at Paul. He's up on the mat. He looks like he's going to play that hand, so that's the safest hand. What have we got here? Is that what he's playing or not? Yes, it is. He's narrow, I think. Is he narrow? I would have thought he was narrow, but he's coming up. He is slightly narrow. He's bounced off. A good weighted bowl. Could have taken the jack through and made 3 of it, but now Dave Doyle on that same hand, so looking to move his own bob. He's wide here, I think, isn't he? He's wide for what he wanted to do. Knocks in another white stickered bowl, and Iron go 1 down. 8-0 after 4 ends. See if there's any more chats. It's sometimes hard to tell how many chats there are. Now I've got 27 watching now, I see. We've got live chat. Oh, there we are. Join the... Okay, no, that's fine. Let's go back to Richard Kelly on the mat. You can see him there on the mat. He's bowled a roughly, probably a 3/4 length jack. Paul Smith lining it up for him. Quickly across to the Dunleary ladies and Crumlins. Sorry, in terms of my looking at the scoreboard, it's 3-2 to the white stickered. I would have had that sorted. I think that's Crumlin, isn't it? White stickered is Crumlin, yeah. Richard Kelly appears to be a little bit short there, but he got a clap for it. For me, it looks a yard short, but Liam Farrell now on, what's he on? He's on his backhand, I think. Yep, on his backhand. Looking to go round Richard Kelly's bowl, but looks as though he's going to come under it. He does. I would say that's still a yard short. Okay, it might even be more. So Richard Kelly lines up his backhand again. Puts out the bowl. Looks to push it along a bit more this time. I just had a visitor, so I had to take you off. Yeah, Richard Kelly's got the shot. Liam Farrell sends up his second bowl, trying to go round Richard's first bowl, but he's underneath it again. He's got nicked by it, or he nicked it and pushed him off the line. Robert Toner now, I think, on the backhand. He's got green balls with white stickers. Sorry, I've got the camera the wrong way. Another good bowl coming in here. A little bit heavy, is it? No, it's not. It sits nicely onto Richard Kelly's first bowl, giving them 2 shots. Ken Whelan lines up for a backhand shot, the red-stickered bowl. He sends it off. Dave Doyle already has suggested you're narrow, and sure enough he is. Not only that, but he looks, I was going to say, well, he is light. And Dave Doyle gives him a big yard sign. Richard Turner backhand. Up it goes. Looks wide enough for me, so unless the weight comes off it, which it looks like it is, running in just underneath Richard Kelly's first bowl. So that'd be 3 down now. Sorry, I'll go back there. Ken's put a bit more weight on this, but he hasn't taken any more green by the looks of it. So he's going to come underneath. He might wick off the green bowl just delivered, and he does. So Dave gets a clap, gives him a clap. To my mind, that was under-greened and got lucky. But in the heat of the moment, it's quite not uncommon to clap a bowl that gives you the shot. No foul play or no malicious play being occurring there. It's just, I guess, the heat of the battle. Just sometimes, even with a wick and a bad bowl, getting a result, the pressure comes off, doesn't it? Right, John Leonard, he's on his forehand here. Yes, he's on his forehand. Left-handed player playing narrow. He walks across the green from this end. You won't see him doing that. He's picked up the jack. Oh, he's just missed it. Can you believe that? He looked like he was picking up the jack. Got a wick off probably Richard Kelly's bowl, and then ran on, and now there are 2 on the head. 2 on the head for Crumlin. Paul Gartland is going quite strong here. He's gonna he gets an assistance there from a outside bowl and wicks one of those bowls off the head, so it looks like Crumlin might have 1 now. John Leonard again on his forehand. Paul Smith gives him a flick to the left as we see it, which suggests you need to go wider. He's ended up short anyway, and Paul Gartland looks to try and do something with this. He's on his backhand, and I can tell you he's probably trying to dislodge that shot bowl. He's on a good line. He's breaking a little bit. No, he's holding, and he's got it. He's got it. Through it goes. Taps all round. He's gone on a little bit more though. I have to get my binoculars out to see who might be holding up there. Let's have a look. There's a black bowl up there. I can't see the sticker on it, but I suppose I'll have to assume that it's we've got Liam Farrell and Ken Whelan play with black bowls, but I can't see the stickers. There's certainly a red stickered bowl, one of them is. Anyway, 4 more bowls to come, so we'll wait and see what happens there. On the men's Boyd Cup, the score's 3-4 after 5 ends. I haven't worked out. Oh, sorry, three shots to the white stickered bowls and 4 shots to the red stickered bowls. In the Dunleary match with the Crumlin woman, I just saw Sarah Kelly bowl her bowl up, and that white stickered. So there are 3 shots, and Dunleary at 2. I've played 4 ends. Have another look at that team sheet. What have we got here? Paul's on the mat, so whilst I'm looking at the team sheet for the ladies, right, there goes Paul with his bowl, and we switch over to look at the head. He's been very accurate with his bowling up to now. That looks like this could be jack as well. He's been picking that jack up time and time again. Misses it, just misses it this time. I heard Paul say we're probably down. That means Ione are probably down. Dave Doyle releases the backhand shot. It's breaking, so this is not good. But it's coming on. He might have the way. Just dies on its run. So no change to the head. John Lennon indicates to Paul Smith to just draw in again. Paul getting himself set on the mat. About to release a backhand shot. Off it goes. And we'll watch it. Looks wide, but if it swings back in, I've shot one, and it's swinging back now, but is it overweighted? He sits on Paul's, it's not overweighted, so this is another, got to be another counter if Paul thought we were down before. Eight 0 the score is in this game to Crumlin, and 4 ends played. This time Dave Dorr takes a wider line, but he's going to run into Richard Kelly's early bowl, and we can say at least 1 if not 2 down. Looks like Crumlin might be holding shots here. So the scoreboard, I'm waiting for the scoreboard to be changed. Richard Kelly has the mat, so clearly Crumlin won. The scoreboard's been changed now. We've got 5 ends played. Off to the right you can see Sarah Kelly and Amy Caruth. Down 2 on the head, 3 on the head now. You can see Dunleary holding there. Let's have a look. Yeah, Gay Green, that's who I'm trying to remember. Vivian Beattie, Rita Saunders and Gay Green playing for Dunleary. They're holding 3 on that head. Now, get back to our game. You see Paul's, no, John Leonard's hat. That's John Leonard's hat you can see there. Richard Kelly leading off. The score now is 11-0 to Crumlin. They must have picked up a 3 there. 5 ends being played. Richard Kelly's put in a lovely bowl there. Just less than 6, well, let's say 6 inches off the head. Maybe a touch more, might be 7. Liam Farrell, he's released his bowl without me showing you him on the mat, but it looks a little narrow to me unless that green can stay, and you can see Dave Doyle pushing it to the right, or trying with his hands to indicate push to the right. Richard Kelly with his second. His first one was a great bowl. He's on his way. I heard somebody say run and hurry, but yeah, it's not going to, well, it is going to get here, so that's not bad. All that encouragement brought it on. Liam Farrell, let's see what he can do, because we need to do something for Ione if they're going to be make a competition out of this mat, a game. Coming in quite strong and finding the gap right through, going past or reaching John Leonard's feet. It reminds me, the score 11-0 reminds me of the game I played with against Adam Kells and Kelly Matthews in that Milan Cup this afternoon. We were 10 nil down before we even scored our first shot. So quite important to start well. Robert Toner, he's pushed with a bit more extra weight, probably unintentionally, and he's pushed out one of the bowls. So it looks now as if Crumlin hold only one. Liam Farrell put a second one in there and pushed out. Oh, it's Ken Whelan, sorry. He pushed out another one of the Crumlin bowls there. So could be a measure now for shot. Robert Toner with his first bowl, playing a little heavy, a second bowl, and he's playing a little heavy again. Maybe that was the intention, I don't know, but the greens are running quick for a grass green in this part of the world. I didn't have any trouble getting the bowl up today. I remember the days when I first arrived here 5 years ago, and I couldn't get my bowls even halfway up the green using my well-established bowling method that I've been using in New Zealand. So that's another good shot there. Red stickered bowls come in, taking the shot, and that puts Crumlin at least, yeah, looking at that, I would say they're only one down. Up to the mat we have John Leonard. You can see the back of John Leonard with his white hat, and Paul Gartland in the Iron colours. John Leonard to play first because they're leading the way at the moment. So he's on his backhand, is he? Yes, he is. Looking probably to bunt away the shot bowl or pick up the jack, but he's narrow, and I would say he's about a foot or two short. Paul Gartland is going to play his backhand here. I can see that he's setting up to drag the jack, I would say, or at least to knock out maybe those red bowls from Richard Kelly. He's on a line to the jack, but the rink, I just saw it take, and he's on the way to the jack, gives the jack a snick, and probably brings about 2 shots now for Iron. Lovely bowl by Paul Gartland, just gone a couple of feet beyond the jack. John Leonard on that backhand, looking to play a little bit firmer this time, looking to perhaps knock out the shot bowl or get the jack, and he misses everything. Probably the weight that was required for what he was wanting to do. So now we have Iron with holding 3. Paul Gartland trying that backhand again for him. It looks like Dave Doyle to say stay out, stay out, stay out. Now he's running the Macarena again, so he's indicating that Paul was running a little bit overweighted, and similar weight, maybe a foot more overweighted than his first bowl, but his first bowl was, as you know, extremely successful, and I would say that Iron now hold 3 shots. Is this what they need to get them into the game? Paul Smith and Dave Doyle heading up to the mat together. Paul Smith, of course, to play first. Looking across to the ladies, they're done. Have I got that right? Possibly not. No. Looking across to the men, the Boyd, it's 7 for the white stickers and 4 for the red stickers. Now I can see quite clearly that the red stickers belong to Shane Leonard and Nicholas Smith's team. I can see Nicholas Smith's white bowls, or whitish greyish bowls. Yeah, I missed what was happening there. Apologise. Dave Doyle on the shot. Paul Smith's bowl has knocked out 1 of Iron, so Iron now hold 2. Dave Doyle on his backhand. So Dave Doyle arriving. He's just. Could he be short? Yes, he is. He's probably 2 feet short there. Paul Smith on the mat has a chat to his number 3, John Leonard. Discussion what to play. He's going to be on his forehand. I think he's going to try and play through that shot bowl and carry on through to take the jack. Let's have a look. All of Crumlin have got there down on their knees looking, down on hands on knees looking. He's got it, but he hasn't achieved any reduction in the number of shots for Iron. So Iron now, Dave Doyle on his backhand. Could be a bit tricky on the backhand there. Actually won't be alright because there's a red stickered bowl that's short. He could push up. He's gone wide, I think. Yes, he has. He's going to be wooded. However, now we see. Sorry, I should have shown you. Iron are on the board. I believe they've got 2. I don't think there's a measure required there, but John Leonard is. Yep. So that'll be 2 to Iron. Score now is 11-2 after 6 ends. Just looking at some of the comments, I see Liz Ma, is it? Great commentary, very professional. Thank you very much. I don't make it a habit of doing commentaries. I got roped into doing it, and hopefully you're understanding my accent and my way of pronouncing words, especially surnames up this part of the world. And Sally Ryan saying, well done Kevin, enjoying the men's match, but keeping an eye on Nikki on the next rink. Also, I'll try and keep you posted there, Sally. It looks like it's just gone 4-all in that game. Dunleary have the mat, and we can't see the head at the other end, but that's Vivian Beattie. I think it's just led off. Her bowl stayed out a bit wide. She's got the red stickers by the look. Yes, she has. 6 ends played in that game, by the way. Back here to Liam Farrell. He's on his backhand, red stickered bowls. Possibly a little short, is he? No, he's still moving towards the jack. He's not far off it, probably a couple of feet, yard, according to Dave Doyle there. I should have shown you. I keep forgetting to switch cameras. Richard Kelly, I'll switch this time. I'm switching. He's narrow. He could. Oh well, look at that. I thought he was narrow, and yet his bowl stayed out. That's probably the nature of the green. It did look narrow for me. He's got the shot now. So Crumlin holding 1. Liam Farrell takes a wider berth. Just when I think things are narrow, the bowl seems to straighten up. He's got the jack. Lovely shot. That's the. I would say he holds shot there. Touch on the jack. Nobody's sprayed it yet, but I'm sure they will. Here, Paul Smith reaching down to give it a couple of stripes with his chalk. Richard Kelly going up there trying to make amends. Looks like he might be targeting Liam's bowl or the jack, but missing both. Gone through 4 or 5 yards, I'd say, certainly 4 yards. Ken Whelan, number 2 here for Dave Doyle on the forehand. He's got quite turning bowls. I think he might be playing with classics or classics, I think. Gone fairway past. Richard Toner for Crumlin. He's their number 2. It's his bowl go. Green bowls, white stickers. Looks like the ball's wide, but you watch it come back. Is it going to come back? Yes, it is. And that'll be close to the shot, I would say. Must be close. It possibly gone a little far. Get my binoculars out soon. Ken Whelan attempting to adjust his previous bowl. Dave Doyle saying swing, swing, swing. And he has. And he just missed the jack there, but he pushed it, I think, a little bit. In fact, he didn't miss the jack. He pushed it a little bit to the left, which is favouring Iron. Iron would be holding one, I believe, now. Robert Toner up to the green ball. They're swinging over. Are they swinging too much? I'd have to see what that has done. I think he's got shot out of that. It just depends where that jack is relative to those last two bowls. Let's have a look through my binoculars. Once John Leonard gets out of my view, there we are. Yes, look, I would say that there's potential there for the two green bowls. Richard Toner's bowls will be holding two shots, I think. Paul Gartland on the mat, playing with a bit of weight. The bowl's bumping a bit. Let's have a look. He's got the grooves. They're cutting. They are cutting, and they cut past and missed the red spotted bowl and the green bowls. John Leonard, I have to think about what John's playing. He's playing his backhand here, but I have to think about it because John's left-handed, so he'll play the opposites of what we would think a right-handed player would be playing in terms of whether they're forehand or backhand. He bowls two. He's called only 2 yards over, but it looks like 4 to me. But Paul Gartland again. He's unsure. He's gone right through. Paul Smith puts up his hand and says to John Leonard, "Don't bowl yet." John waiting patiently on the mat. So Paul calls him on his forehand. Left-handed bowler calling him, he's now on his forehand. And he's obscuring me, but the camera's showing the line. He looks like he's coming under nicely. What's he got here? Oh, he's gone right through. Gets a clap though from Robert Toner. Looking through my binoculars, I'd have to say that the red spotted box, the red stickered bowl, the green bowl, I believe the Robert Toners, and the other one on the left there, that's got to be, no, sorry, they're not red. I'll get it right in a minute there. We've got the green bowl with the white sticker, two of them there. I think they're holding a shot each. Dave Doyle's released his bowl. It's going to stay out, is it? It's bending now. It's a little heavy. It's a little heavy. So Paul Smith is on his way back down to the mat. He's got 2 bowls to bowl. Dave Doyle will have 1 left. They're on the 7th end here. It's 11-2 to Crumlin. The ladies have almost finished their 7th end, and it's 4 all. 4 to Crumlin, 4 to Dunleary. Gay Green has sent her greenish bowls up. Hits one of her own greenish bowls, but I don't know where the jack is on that rink at the moment. Back to Paul here. Paul Smith, he's got swinging bowls. He must be playing with classics or something like them. They swing a lot. Gone quite heavy. And now you probably saw Paul Gartland, I think, was saying to Dave Doyle, effectively give it heaps. But let's have a look. I wouldn't say, he certainly hasn't given it heaps, and the ball is swinging now and misses everything. I think we're 2 down. I think the Iona 2 down with Paul Smith has a bowl to play. John Leonard is see this bowl of Richard Kelly's. Click off that and you'll get another shot. Let's see what he's doing. No, he's dropped it. He's dropped the. It's quite a feature of Paul's play. He doesn't tend to place the bowl onto the mat when he's either heading up to the mat, up to the head, or if somebody's disturbed him down the other end, the bowl will go fall like a stone from his hands in a vertical direction, and some people carry the bowl up, some people just place it. Most of the time I see Paul, he just drops it. So on his backhand, I think. And he's played up, and he's looking to, according to John Leonard, he wants him to click off that red bowl. I don't think it's going to swing enough. There's a black bowl in there which he's knocked in. They did have a red sticker, but I suspect they've still secured, if not one, then two. In the men's, Boyd, we're looking at 7-6. 7 to the white stickered bowl, and 6 to the red stickered bowl. Red stickered bowl belonging to Nicholas Smith and Shane Leonard. As best I can see, yes, because I see Shane's bowls up there as well. So it's a close game at this stage. 7 ends played. 12-2 to Crumlin in our game. 7 ends played, 18 to be played altogether. I'm feeling a little bit tired actually today after my game and doing the commentary. But I am looking forward to the celebrations that will be occurring after this game. There'll be some commiserations to us, but I think we're very, very, very proud of Iron and the way they've managed to make it into 4 finals and winning one of them. Runner-up in the 2 others, of course, and we're trying to win this last one, the 4th. And of course, the way that the championship week has been run, the greens are marvellous actually, and the crowd has been superb, very supportive. Supporting a lot of club support from multiple clubs throughout Dublin. It's been great to see. Back up the head we've got Richard Kelly. I've just got to get my cameraman. I can see the camera about to flash out, so I'll tell you what, we'll try and get this camera here. I'll take you off here and talk to my cameraman. So Richard Kelly coming down, a little bit long, but he beats Liam Farrell's bowl. I'm taking you off here for a moment. Just you can see there's a flashing red on that camera on the mat. Robert Toner's just bowled. I can't, Dave. Oh yes, right on the jack, is he? Just take you off here while my cameraman comes in. Right, what's up? Oh, yeah, okay, good.
Say hello.
Oh, good on you.
Job. Well done.
Good on you, thank you. I've got the mic off now. Do you want to be interviewed?
No, yes.
You could be if you wanted to be. I could ask you how your week's gone and all of that, but the only microphone I've got is this one.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking around to thank all the people that helped out so well because
Yep.
Jesus, the amount of work that was volunteers goes to.
It's been fantastic. I've been saying that on the commentary. I'm just going to switch on the microphone again. Oh, they are on. Apologise. I thought I had them off. I do apologise, listeners. I've been talking here to the president of the ILB, and he's just been praising the volunteers that I earn from the I Earn Club that have helped out this week. It's just been a fantastic job, and the week wouldn't have been as successful had we not been able to have that support from all the club members. It's been a pleasure to belong to I Earn, and this is the icing on the cake when you get to run the presidency and indeed the championship week. Now that's Dave Doyle. Looks like he's got the shot there. John Leonard coming in to have a look, asking Paul to go on his forehand, possibly asking him to get rid of Dave's ball. Let's have a look. Off it goes. He played with a bit of weight by the looks, a little bit of weight anyway. The line, as my president says, he's missed the line. He's also put weight on that. That could be a reason why that line has been missed. Dave Doyle, let's see if he can put two in there on his backhand. Just looking to draw, I'd say. Swinging ball and a swinging hand. Paul is calling it down. It looks like it's gone high. So I think Paul is looking with John, and they pull out one for I Earn, and then Paul digs in his pocket, back pocket for the measure. No fingers this time, straight down to the measure. And we're looking to measure, I think, between Paul's blue ball and the black ball. I would have thought it'd be the red ball behind, but they're looking at the John Leonard's blue ball in front there, and he taps that blue ball out. So there's one to I Earn. I Earn go to 3, Crumlin stay on 17, 11 ends played. Back to the ladies. The ladies are now 8 all. That's Crumlin and Dunleary 8 all after, I think it's 8 ends, is it? 10 ends, sorry, 10 ends. A close game 2 in the Boyd Cup. Shane Leonard on 11, Ian Darcy and John Byrne are on 9, and there's 12 ends played. So we've played a reasonably length here. It's not super long, but it's not super short either. Liam Farrell to square up on the mat and then bowler's bowl. Looks like he's set up for a backhand. And John Leonard is obscuring my view there, but the camera shows it to me.
Bit heavy, 2 yards maybe.
Coming through to Paul's feet, Paul Gartland's feet. So yes, probably a yard over. Richard Kelly now on the mat for Crumlin. Looks like it's well weighted actually, coming down to the jack. This is good ball. So that's what Liam's up against. Goes back to his backhand and tries probably to sit that red ball out or pick up the jack. He's looked like he's narrow to me. As I've been saying earlier on, I think the I Earn players are playing a little narrow all night, and the scoreline is suffering because of that. Going back here to Richard Kelly. He looks like he's bowled narrow for the first time tonight, and light. Not sure what brought that about, but he's followed Liam and followed Liam even further to the right as we look at it. Ken Whelan, switching camera for you.
Good night.
Yeah, looks like a good bowl here. And he comes in and sits on Richard Kelly, and does he get the shot? He gets a clap from the crowd, and that'll be probably the shot for Liam. Robert Toner now taking a wider line, but Bold is swinging back now. He's getting some encouragement from Paul Smith. Comes in, gives an indication how far short he was. I would say that Iona holding, so Ken Whelan's been asked to change hands. He's on his forehand now. He's playing heavy again. If he collects that ball, he could cause trouble for the jack, I mean, and he has. It's pushed the jack back to, I can't see the distances there, but possibly he's given the shot away. I think we're only one down. There's a red circled bowl at the back there, which belongs to Ione, and I'd say he's one down, definitely. Robert Turner changes to his forehand on a good line. On a good line, looks like he'll pick up jack here or just miss it. He picks up jack, but he doesn't go with it. He's finished jack high though. Possibly shot. I think that's probably shot now. So I earn. Yes, definitely shot. So I earn one down. There's been a bit of movement on that jack in this end. Heading up to the mat, we have John Leonard and Paul Gartland. Paul to play first. Sizing up his shot, looking to be playing the backhand. Sends his ball off. Looks like a reasonable line, but it does turn that hand a little bit. He has to miss the front bowl. If he does that, he'll have a good shot. And he's got it, so there's good clapping all around for Ione. They're holding two now. John, I should have switched over for you there, but this time I'll switch. There you go. Now John Leonard, he's been playing like a master man all night. And he's very close, isn't he? Very close there. He'll make an adjustment for that in his next bowl, so Paul better get close for Ione. That's what Dave Doyle said as well. You heard the president in the background talking about a pinch more grass, and Dave Doyle's given them the same instructions. And Dave Doyle now is pointing to him, push your ball further out, so he doesn't like the green that it's coming down, and he gets wooded. I think he got wooded. Pushed in a red stickered bowl, but not counting. John Leonard, I told you he'd probably adjust his bowl, so he's taken a wider line, which he needed to, didn't he? And if he picks up this jack here, we'll be down two. He's just gone in narrow, but he might sit in there for shot, and he has. So he gets a good clap from everybody. So even Dave Doyle gives him a clap, a low five, and Dave Doyle heads up to the mat to place the first ball. Ione appear to be quite chirpy. They know they have the ascendancy. It's 17 shots to 3 up, playing the 12th end. Ione need to do something and do it now. So Dave Doyle passed us on that backhand. Yes, it's turned out a little bit heavy. It's probably on a good line. Come back to that line he needed, but he's gone about 1.5 to 2 yards over. Paul Smith up to the mat, takes his time. 8-all in that ladies game, although they've just looks like they've just scored the head, so I don't know what happened up there. I think, oh no, so Nikki Ryan has got the jack, so they must have scored there. No change in the score. I think it was 8-all before, but just getting a change in the Boyd Cup there. It's gone now to 11-10 after 13 ends, so a very close game there between Nicholas Smith and Shane Leonard up against Ian Darcy and John Byrne. That's 11-10 to Shane Leonard. Paul runs past the jack, runs past everything else, and here's the back bowl. Probably, and it takes a downhill run as well, so he's probably 3-4 yards off the jack, probably 3. Dave Doyle switching to the head. Dave Doyle's on a good line here. How does he make it? Can he keep running? He can. Oh, he can't probably. So Paul Smith with his last bowl on this end gets an indication he's probably a yard short on. Sorry, Dave Doyle is a yard short of that jack. He's on his backhand. Skips close. This is close. Runs through, so that is still 1 to Crumlin. (18-3) after 12. In the other situation, it looks like Crumlin have gone to a 12-8 lead after 11 ends. It's the ladies Crumlin Dunleary match, 12-8 to Crumlin. So Richard Kelly on the mat now for Crumlin, playing backhand. It's been turning quite well on that backhand for Richard. He usually has taken the green. This time I think he won't be far off, but a little bit under in terms of green, I think, unless that rink straightens him up, which it seemed to do. Liam Farrell on the mat, looking to get round Richard Kelly's short bowl, but he hasn't taken that green again, and he's ended up light as well, so struggling a little bit there, Liam, for Iron, the lead. Richard Kelly has been reasonably consistent all night. This one doesn't look to have the weight. And it doesn't, it ends up around about the same length as his previous bowl. So Liam's been asked to change hands. He's on his forehand, see if he can make amends. He bowls a little bit heavier. It certainly looked heavier when it left his hands, proving to be heavier as well. Coming around though, gone a little bit, probably 2 yards over, I would say. Certainly 1. Robert Toner. Oops, sorry, Robert Toner on the mat. He's gone narrow. It's probably the closest. It's probably the closest bowl to the jack. Probably still a bit short, a couple of feet short, perhaps. And now Dave Doyle says to Ken Whelan, "You choose what hand you want to play." Either hand looks a little bit blocked in terms of iron. He chooses the backhand. And he's looking to come, but he's got a little narrow. I think he needs to go under that red one, and he does. Gets a wick off it and falls in for shot. Robert Toner asked to play his backhand. He looks to be looking for the gap here, and he might have it. He just get wooded a little bit by Richard Kelly's bowl. So I'd still say that I earn hold one. Dave Doyle is saying choose either hand, but then he's pointing to play your forehand after Paul Gartland had his opinion. So he's played on the forehand. It does turn for him, but I think he's played heavy again, has he? Just he does knock his own ball in, so I think as we see it, it's probably Ken Whelan's black ball on the right with the red sticker that's holding. Over in the Boyd Cup I can see that it's a very close head. There's a lot of bowls all around the head. It's almost got the jack circle. There's only one bowl out of place, otherwise it would have been a full circle. Sorry about all that. There's so many things to push and pull, and I was just commenting that there appears to be a black bowl with a white sticker ahead of Paul Gartland's blue bowl with the red sticker. I think Crumlin are holding one here. And I was just going through those scores, talking about Patricia Darcy was saying, have they stopped showing the live scoring? And I transitioned over and showed some scoring, but no guarantee that it was actually up to date or live. There is a bit of a delay at times in that so-called live scoring. In the game we're watching, it's 18 shots to 3, 18 to Crumlin, 3 to Ierne, 12 ends played, and we're nearing the end of the 13th end. Paul Smith on the mat. He gets wooded. Let's see who picks Dave Doyle to play. Just while Dave is getting ready there, I can tell you on the Dunleary Crumlin ladies match, Crumlin are 13, Dunleary are 8, 12 ends played. They're on the 13th end now. And the Boyd Cup, there's a very close contest there. Shane Leonard on 11, Shane Leonard and Shane Leonard and Nicholas Smith on 11, Ian Darcy and John Byrne on 10, and I see that Nicholas Smith has picked up the jack, so that would give them at least one more. The jack gets the head gets cleared on our rink, and we'll see what the scorers looks like. Liam Farrell's picked up that mat, so they must have been scoring one. I thought Paul Gartland had just been nudged out of that shot, but no. 18 shots to 4. Crumlin lead Ierne after 13 ends. Now over on that other, I might have my colourings around the wrong way there, you know. Score on the Boyd Cup there is 11-14, and Nicholas Smith is on the mat. I have got that wrong. My apologies. Nicholas Smith has got the red stickered bowl, so they've gone to the lead now, 14-11 over Ian Darcy and John Byrne. I had it in my head that Shane and Nicholas were the white stickered bowl, so I'll make a correction on that. Shane Leonard and Paul and Nicholas Smith have gone to the lead, 14-11 after 14 ends. My apologies if I've misled you as the game had been going on. I've been calling Shane and Nicholas in front when in fact they weren't. So that's the true score now, 14-11 to Shane Leonard and Nicholas Smith. So Liam Farrow playing his first bowl on the 14th end, gets close to the jack high, and probably only 6 inches or so, maybe 7 from the jack. So Richard Kelly up at the head, up at the mat, playing his red bowl, white sticker. Coming down onto Liam Farrow's, might even get underneath it. It doesn't, but he doesn't quite get shot, I don't think, there. I'll show the head. I'm still holding, I've heard Dave Doyle say, so Liam Farrow on the forehand. Gets a call from Dave Doyle, that's all right. Probably a yard short. Richard Kelly coming on the same, no, he's on his forehand by the looks. Yep, on his forehand. Looking to pick up the jack, I would say, but he's gone wide, I think. Still he goes beyond the jack, so it's useful for his skip. Ken Whelan again he's on his forehand as well. I think that last ball from Liam Farrell has blocked that other side. That's a great ball by, sorry I should have showed you that on the screen, but it's a great ball by Ken Whelan. They make 2 for Iron. Richard Kelly sticking with the forehand. Sorry, Robert Toner, should I say. Coming down to the head, could be getting Jack here, misses it, goes through by 2 yards. Ken Whelan to look to play another marvellous shot on his forehand, on his way. It's a bit heavier, this one, a bit tighter, and he's gone through. He's the backest bowl, if I can say backest. Best back if you want to use 2 words, backest if you want to use a new word that might be invented. Let's have a look. Robert Toner coming though. He's been asked to run by Paul Smith, but he doesn't quite run far enough, so Iron still hold 2. Paul Smith up to the, sorry, Paul Smith making his way up to the mat. Paul Garton already there waiting. He'll play first. He's going to play his backhand. Going to play his backhand, and he does. They seem happy about it. It's coming down nicely and just pulls up that 2 foot or so. Pity, because it was on a great line. John's been called on his backhand underneath, to play underneath that red stickered bowl you could see on the head there. John's been getting this right most of the night, so watch this space. He looks narrow this time. Could pick up Paul Gartland's bowl and cause trouble. He doesn't. Paul Gartland now looking to still play his forehand. If he can just get a snitch wider, which he attempted to do. It does look wider. Don't think it looks heavier though, does it? Has he got the running? He has. No, he hasn't. Oh, he's bowled the same length pretty much as his previous bowl. John's been pointed out where he needs to get his bowl to. He's looking to hit up the green bowl, I believe, of Robert Toner. I think he's narrow again, isn't he? No, oh, I can't see it. Something's happened there. I can't. I was obscured. Yes, it looks like Iron is still holding 1. Contest between the black bowl and the green bowl. Oh no, I see there's an extra bowl there from Iron. So Iron holding 2, I think, still. Shane Leonard just bowled his bowl up to probably get shot, I can see. Nicholas Smith goes in to have a look and see who's got what. Okay. Dave Doyle on his forehand, sorry. Let's have a look what the camera shows us. I have no vision of the head, only through the camera, or on the screen should I say, and he's narrow. It's just not going their way, Iron. We had high hopes that we could have another winner in this competition, but they just haven't switched on as well as Crumlin have. I think John well, they've all played very well, but I think John Leonard's been having a good night with his bowling, and Paul Smith is certainly having a good night. That's not to say that Richard Kelly and Robert Toner haven't been either. Richard's been leading extremely well, and Robert's adding to the scores multiple times. So it's a very strong team. Paul Smith on the mat playing his forehand. Yeah, he was. Yeah, it's interesting. He's changed his call. He was calling John on the other hand. The head changed a little. He's looking to push up John Leonard's bowl. Oops, sorry.
He's not up again. He's lost his weight.
Looks like Dave Doyle has put in a short one.
Yeah.
Not going too well for them. We're looking at 5 to 9 now, and it's probably the green has slowed up a bit from what it was this afternoon when it was running really quick. So Paul Smith, he looks a bit overweighted. He's missed John Leonard's bowl, so that's 2 for Iron, I would say. It's the last bowl. The bowls have been bowled, so I say 2 for Iron. John Leonard is going to agree. Paul Gartland picks up the jack and hands it to Liam Farrell. Now looking at the ladies, the Dunleary and the Crumlin match. Crumlin have snuck away to a lead of 15-8 after 13 ends. And that other game that I was calling wrong all night, I can tell you now that Ian Darcy and John Byrne are on 11, and Shane Leonard and Nicholas Smith are on 14 after 14 ends. They're playing their 15th end, so that game is only a few ends left, probably, 3 ends left. 15, 16, 17, 18, okay, there's 4 ends in. Sorry about that. On our rink, it looks like a forlorn hope. Liam Farrell is that's probably nothing wrong with that green this time, but he looks about 2 to 3 yards short. Richard Kelly, he's been bowling well. We'll get past Liam's bowling. He gets up to the jack, goes slightly past it, but still a good shot. That'll be counting, and it's up to Liam Farrell now to put things right. He takes more green, suggesting more weight, and starts to swing up to the head. Paul Gartland is it's gone past Richard Kelly's first bowl, so somebody in front of the camera there, I apologise for that. Moving now, Richard Kelly sent his bowl up. Uncharacteristically, he's gone. I was going to say he'd gone narrow, and I was convinced he had. He's touched the jack on his way through, but looked like he was going to hit Liam's Farrell short bowl, and he kicked away from it or straightened up from it. Ken Whelan on his forehand here. It stays out wide, starts to turn now, but he's used too much weight. These greens are running much faster than they would normally for Iron during the season. They've been mown every day this week, I believe, so they are running really good. And that would be probably something that all of us here at Iron aren't used to. We're probably used to spending a little bit more force on it. So Robert Toner gets a toucher, goes past the head, but I think Crumlin would hold 2 there, I think. The bowls of Richard Kelly, I think. Ken Whelan gone up, looks like he's gone heavy again, but by pretty much the same sort of weight as last time. The lights have gone on, thankfully, for the changes we've made earlier week, later in this week it was, where these fuses, I think things have been done to ensure that we don't lose power and therefore don't lose broadcast. When the big lights come on, they've come on. Robert Toner, I think he's probably holding another one for Crumlin there. Getting a little bit dark outside, but the lights have come on. Getting to the nitty-gritty end of these games now. I think all Crumlin have to do is ensure they don't give away more than one or even two per end. We've got 4 ends to play, haven't they? And one of those ends has been played now, almost done, halfway through it at least. So certainly looks like Crumlin are going to take this one out. Sad to say that from an Iron perspective. They've had a marvellous week, Iron Bowling Club. They've run a great tournament here. I know that everybody's happy. Poor old Paul Gartland there, you would have seen it. Clicked the jack, pushed it over to Crumlin's bowl. So I think Crumlin will be holding 3 still, but the jack could be harder to get to. John Lynn put his bowl up. I think that short. It sneaks past Liam Farrell's first bowl. Don't think it was short, but it certainly was narrow. Oh, it is short too, yes. See it there, probably a yard short. So Paul Gartland on the mat, cleans his bowl, looks at the head, makes a decision what to play, and he decides to play the forehand. I suspect a little bit of weight here. Certainly there, here it comes. A lot of weight being played here. He's going to hit Liam Farrow's bowl. That goes into the head, knocks a few bowls. Disturbs the head a little bit, but I think it's still... I still think Crumlin hold 3 there. It's a good tight, reasonably good tight head over there in the Boyd Cup. I think we can see all sorts of bowls up there. John Burns just played a bowl that could have possibly got shot. He nicked in and sitting behind the jack. Not sure. 15-8 in the ladies to Crumlin. So Crumlin at this stage look to be taking out. I suppose it could be a bit cheeky and say, looks like Crumlin are going to take out all 3 games. I'll certainly get one of those right. What have we got here? John has just played up his game. The first time John's gone very wide. He'll be lucky to come back onto the... and presumably be lucky to come back onto the rink, but not sure what happened there. I think John's leg beginning to limp. Is that? I'm not sure if that's his normal walk. Anyway, Dave Dorr back down. Knows that it's a very forlorn hope. We're going through the motions, I guess. It's very hard to come back from a situation when you're 17 shots or more down. Played right directly into the head. Good contact there. No reaction from Iron or from Crumlin for that matter, but I think he knocked several balls out, so we could only be 1 down. Let's get the binoculars out and I'll see if I can work it out for you. What have we got up there? We've got 2 red bowls. Richard Kelly's bowls with the white stickers. And in behind that I can see a green bowl of Robert Toner's. And off to the left of that there's a black bowl with a red sticker. So Iron are either 2 or 3 down. Paul Smith is bowled up. He's on the forehand. Coming into the head now. Looks like he might get wooded. But yes, he did. Got wooded. Looked as though that would be a very good weighted bowl there, but did get wooded. I think, not sure what Dave can do here. He's walking down to the mat. I'll just put you on hold for a moment. Right, back on here. Dave's bowled. I quickly switched camera. He's bowled a little narrow. Oh no, he's not. He's right on the jack here. Whang goes the jack. Back goes. No, it just depends on who's got the back bowl there. But Paul Smith has got another bowl to come, so I generally tell myself when I'm playing bowls is don't fire or don't probably play up to move the jack if the opposition has one bowl left. So that depends. I suppose if you're multiple shots down, like if you're 4, 5, 6 shots down and you move the jack back where you might only be one down or one holding, then I guess you've improved the situation. So, but you always be a bit careful with if your opposition has one bowl left. They could make changes to the head or the jack position, etc., that you have no control of. So, not sure who's got the back bowl there, or the backers bowl as I say, but Paul Smith is on the mat looking to play his backhand here, so he's looking to come round. Not sure if he goes out too far he won't come back, but he's gone out quite. Oh no, he's managed to keep it. Might get wooded here. He's well short, isn't he? Oh, he won't like that. He throws his hand up in disgust. Now we look at where the shots are. Paul Gutland talks to John Leonard, and they then come forward and have a look who might be closest. He points to. Does he point to Paul Gutland's bowlers? Does he point to? He points to John Leonard's bowl as being closer. So Paul Gutland kicks it away, and that would suggest that Crumlin have won. One shot, should I say. They're 19-6 up now after 15 ends. I think they'll be shaking hands very soon. I'll probably shake hands after this end, I would think, unless Iron can do something. They're on the 16th end. I think John Leonard is starting to limp. Maybe that's his normal style, but he does seem to have more of a limp at the moment than I'd normally see him walk. Been a long day. Okay, so one of the cameras, apparently the lighting is a little bit dark on it, so they're going to change the camera lens, I think. Richard Kelly, they got the shot there. I somehow think they'll be shaking hands after this. It's a bit disappointing from a Iron perspective that they weren't more in the hunt. Everybody at Iron is extremely proud of all of their players and all their bowlers, especially the ones that have made the finals. The been 4 finals that Iron have contested in, and they did win one of them. I think that's a great achievement. It's no doubt that the final. Oops, what have I done there? Camera's gone off, so I can't show that. It's no doubt that Crumlin have dominated these finals. Of course, they have. They've won plenty of finals. They've had Crumlin teams playing Crumlin teams, and that just shows the quality of the club in terms of the players, the ability of those players. But you can see, I'm sure, this week you see how the other clubs, true fighters, they've done their very best to ensure that it doesn't all go Crumlin's way. I know Iron have fought very hard for their position. We've got the camera back. For their position in these championships, they can be very proud of the state of the green. Thanks, of course, in a large part to the work and the effort put in by Paul Smith from Crumlin and all the volunteers that have helped out. So everybody's spoke highly of the greens, and they've certainly said you can't be blaming the greens in terms of whether you've won or lost the game. Yes, some of the greens do have some idiosyncrasies. I found Rink 1 today a challenge, but it was the same for everybody. This is rink 6. It's not recognised as one of our better rinks, but nonetheless you can see that you're still able to score on it. So I give 3 cheers to everybody at IERN that has participated and helped out this week. Fantastic to all of them, led ably by Pearl Callagher. She does a fantastic job organising us all. Great organiser, and she deserves full credit. She's obviously been helped out by her group of volunteers, and a big thank you to them as well. Okay, so this game is coming to an end, I'm sure. 19-6 after 15 ends. We're on the 16th end. Paul Gartland and John Leonard head to the mat. John to play first. We've got the camera back up there now. On the ladies match, it's 15-9 after 14 ends. 15 to Crumlin, 9 to Dunleary. I hope that's keeping you. Patricia Darcy, I hope you've kept up with my scoring for you. Not the live score. Oh, the live scoring. It might be on the website. I'm not sure, but might be separately on the website. Paul Gartland to bowl here. I've done my best to keep you informed on where the scores are. Paul Gartland knocks in a red stickered bowl into get shot. Looking at the head, we might see. Have IERN got a few shots here? John Leonard coming down. I should have shown him on the mat, but he's been dynamic all night. Just a little over here, pushes out. Let's have a look at that coloured bowl there. Pushes out. So hard to see in this light. I think that's the red bowl of Richard Kelly. I think IERN have one. Oh, perhaps only one. Paul Gartland coming in now. If he pushes out that white stickered bowl, and he does. Oh, it's certainly 2, possibly 3 now to IERN. Too little, too late, I would say. I'm not able to call that a mini comeback, but that was a good bowl. So there's potentially 3 there to IERN. Don't think it's 4. I think it's 3. Actually, it could be 4. That Paul Gartland one out to the right, as I look at it, as we see it from the camera, and the one on the left. Could they be counting more than the green? Is it the green bowl or the red bowl of? I think it's the red. It's the green bowl of Robert Toners. Now, up on the mat, it looks very light up there, doesn't it? I can assure you, it's quite dark from my viewing out through the window. I think you're getting either the camera enhancement or... Anyway, Paul Smith. I thought he was narrow, but he's going to be right. He gets a snack and up to the jack he comes. I think possibly holding shot, hard to tell. He might have just fallen that foot short when IERN might still be holding 1. Over in the Boyd Cup, looks like they were on their 16th end. The score up there is 11 to Ian Darcy and John Byrne. I've been calling that score wrong all night, as you know, but I've modified the last 2 times I've brought it out. 15 to Shane Leonard and Nicholas Smith. If I can see the head, I'll let you know. Up there, we've got Dave Doyle having a bowl. He looks like he might be playing a bit of weight. He's playing with weight here, yeah. He's staying out. No, he's turning now, but he's staying out of it. If he knocks that one, and he'll... Okay. Don't think there was any damage done there. Now, looking at the head of the Boyd Cup, I can see white stickered bowls, which that's Ian Darcy's group. Nicholas saying, come on Wayne, Shano, come on Shano, and Shano comes through. Red stickered bowl gets shot. Definitely. Great bowl by Shane Leonard there. John Byrne saunters up to the mat, head a little bit bowed. He's knows the damage that bowl has done. They were holding, I think, several, but Shane Leonard bowled a sort of a weighted shot to push through, hit and lie as I call it, but he actually pushed through, pushed one bowl out of the head and then followed it through. Of course, the bowl he hit up, of course, clears the way and or leaves the head, and then he follows through, and that's exactly what it's done. Dave Doyle up to the mat. That's Paul Smith. You can see on the side there. I can't see. Oh, there he is. He's way over to the left of the rink. He's almost by the ditch but yet you can see him on the camera there. Okay, so Dave Doyle coming through quick. He's hit the white stickered bowl. That's a Robert Toner bowl. Damaged it a bit. Looks like we're going to shake. Oh no. I've got a feeling we're going to shake hands. They're looking at each other, and yes, I think it's been called. Let's have a look. Nobody's shaking hands yet, but Richard Kelly's picked up the bowl, and they're shaking hands. Yeah, Dave Doyle recognises the task is too high, or too hard, or too, what's the right word? What am I looking for? The gap was too big. There were only 2 ends to be played. Nothing. They were 13 shots down. They're not going to pick that up. So that's the end of that game. Crumlin, mighty Crumlin, have done it again. A very strong team that Iron were playing. Congratulations to the Iron for being runner-up in the final of the over 55, the O'Leary Cup. So we have the team of Richard Kelly, led very well. Robert Toner chimed in very well at second. John Leonard, who had a marvellous game, playing 3, and Paul Smith did an absolute perfect job for skipping there. He many times, you saw on the screen there, he picked up jacks and knocked bowls out, and so he had a great game at skip. So well done to Crumlin, another championship to them. The O'Leary 55s. Let's see, last year, it's worth a mention, if I can find, the O'Leary Cup last year was won by CYM, Phelim Hamill, Mick Gorman, Derek Brown, and God bless him, Frank McCarthy from CYM. Looked like he skipped that. God bless him and God bless his family. Frank, as you know, passed away this year, but he was the winner last year, so it's very fitting, I think, that we should mention that he was the victorious skip last year. They beat Lorcan Byrne, Jim Lyons, Drew Logan, and Ian Darcy, also from CYM. I see there. I see Ian Darcy now playing for Crumlin in that game against Shane Leonard. So if it's the same Ian Darcy, I'm sure it is. Okay, so that's that one game finished. I earn runner-up to Crumlin, as I mentioned there. Just since I have got a list of the winners, previous winners, last year's winners, if I can find it. The Boyd Cup, the senior pairs, was won last year by Eamon Carruth and Richard Leonard from Crumlin. They beat John Byrne and Ian Darcy from Crumlin, it says there. But in the previous one, they were down as from being CYM. Just got Paul Smith in the room, a victorious skip there from the over 55s. O'Leary. He's pointing out there that The O'Leary Cup there, won by CYM, and it was Crumlin that were runners up last year. Lorcan Jim Lyons, Drew Logan, and Ian Darcy. Now, okay, we're back online. We're switching over to the men's Boyd Cup. You can see Shane Leonard at the head there. They're on their 17-10. It's 11-16 or 16-11, should I say, to Shane Leonard there. Finally, I got that scoring right. I was calling the wrong combination. Has been white, but I corrected that, hopefully, to all of you. How many viewers have we got now? I can't tell. It's a Jackson amongst a whole group of bowls there. The bowling up there has been superb. It's been close all night. Yeah. There was a big bowl there from John Byrne. He went through the head. There's lots of shouting, but I don't think there's been a change. Can we swing back to, let's have a look back here. You can see this, the Dunleary game and Crumlin game. I think, it's so hard to tell. I think Dunleary might be holding 3 or 4 there. I can't give you who's on the. Yeah, that's Amy Carruth on who's just bowled up her blue bowl with a white sticker coming through to the head. This could change things. She's bowled up and got I would say that's third shot. So Dunleary probably holding 2. In the men's, Shane Leonard coming down to bowl. I don't think I can focus on that with my binoculars and see what's happening. Let's have a look. It's too murky out there for me to tell. Don't know what it's like for the players. They've got a bit of lighting out there from the lighting, that's electrical lighting, but for me I'm relying only on what vision I've got out there. Lots of bowls around the head. I'll see what's happening. You can see a little bit of the head on the Dunleary game, and I think Dunleary, have I got that right? Let's have a look at that. I have to go close up. Yeah, I'm happy that Dunleary, I've called it correctly. Dunleary holding 2. Sarah Kelly to head up to bowl. On the men's, I'll just take you over to the head. You can see John Byrne and Ian Darcy having a chat. Ian Darcy seems to be saying play through with a little bit of a reaching shot. Sarah Kelly on the meantime is having a bowl up on a good target. She might knock that blue one in. She does. She comes off it and secures. Maybe not. Oh, sorry, shouldn't have done that. So you can see that John Burns played through. No real excitement at the head. Shane Leonard walking back down to play his bowl. Doesn't seem to be any hurry to play it, and John Burns walking up. Well, he's actually not walking to play his bowl. What's happening here? Ian Darcy and Nicholas Smith have decided where the shot is. Nicholas Smith has the jack in his left hand, so presumably he has got the shot. And the ladies, if I go back there, can you see it? Yes, you probably can there. Although even... Oh yes, you can see the pink bowl. You can see the blue bowl there, jack behind it, black bowl. It's actually a dark green bowl. That's holding, and there's a question of whether Sarah's got in for second shot or not. Not sure if she had, but Gay here is bowling on her forehand. I don't think I can get you that shot. No, I can't. I can tell you though, Gay Green has played her green bowl, and she's nicked Nikki Ryan's bowled, and so looks like Sarah has 2 bowls left up there, so Gay must have 1. I'll go back to the men's. You can see the men's head there actually. Nicholas Smith has put in a bowl a foot short of the jack. Ian Darcy's bowled his down, reaching a little bit further than Nicholas Smith, and reaches jack high, so he's holding shot. The scoreboard says 17 to Shane Leonard and Nicholas Smith, and 11 to Ian Darcy and John Burns, and they're on the last end, so 6 shots required from John Byrne and Ian Darcy if they're to force an extra end. As he can, and then Nicholas Smith joins Ian Darcy's bowl to cover it. Ian Darcy comes down with his next bowl. Looks like to me that they're just going through the motions, really, if I may say that. He's done another lovely bowl, knocked out his first ball that was holding, and sits back to get the shot. So they have 2 there. Sorry, probably holding only 1, but. And the ladies, you can see a ball coming in from Gay. Here comes her last ball in, I think, and she's just not going to make it. So Sarah Kelly to play. They're on the 16th end, I see. Sarah Kelly now. There's only 4 shots in that game, by the way. So there's Sarah Kelly on her backhand, playing with a good bit of strength there. If she picks up that green ball, which he looks very close to, moves it, hits the green ball, that moves the jack, pushes it over to a white stickered ball. That's an Amy Carruth ball, the blue one with the white sticker. And I think that's the last ball. So that's one to Crumlin. One to Crumlin, I would say. Yes. So Crumlin go to 16. Dunleary stay on 11 after 16 in. After 16 ends. So 2 ends to go. Now 4 shots in it. 5 shots in it. They'll go to 16. And yeah, 16. Crumlin 16. If they picked up that one, I believe they did. 16 ends played and 11 shots to Dunleary. So not over yet in that game. In this other game we're watching, I kept my eyes off it a little bit. So I think Ian Darcy's holding 1, but they need 6. So, and there doesn't appear to be any attempt to kill the jack or anything like that. It's quite dark out there. I found myself in that situation during my game today with the Milan. I managed to kill the jack once, or to burn it, as they say here, and then in the next, I guess in the next end, it became apparent that even I could have, I suppose, tried to burn the jack time and time again. It's an art in itself, really, isn't it, at times? But 5 shots. We needed 5 shots to force the extra end, force the extra end, and it was almost an impossibility. So in the end, I consigned myself, whatever. I just accepted that it wasn't going to happen, and was pleased enough to have made the final with Helen Cummins. She played wonderfully all tournament. We had a bit of a mixed game today. I think we played very well, both of us, and played very well. You're okay. Sorry, somebody outside the window asking if I'm blocking his view. You know, we had a great tournament, Helen and I, and made the quarterfinals, and in the O'Leary, I made the quarterfinals in the O'Leary. We were close in the Six-Smith and the triples, and getting through. I think we made the quarters in those. So what have we got out there? We're looking at and is it AINE? How do you pronounce? Is that Anya? Sorry, being a Kiwi from New Zealand, I haven't got the correct pronunciation here. It says, please move the ladies' match. Not able to. We're watching the men's match, but if I move that camera, you won't see the ladies up the other end. I'm sorry about that. We'll catch them on the way down. Sorry about that. Is it Anya? Melon? Is it Melon? Apologies for the pronunciation there. I know when I see things written down in English here, I know that I got caught out once in the 90s when I visited what I thought was Cobb, and I was told by the locals, of course, that it was Cove. The BH, I was unaware how the BH was pronounced, but even my time here in the last 5 years, I've seen some words I recognise, like Aoife. I can recognise Aoife. There's quite a few words there I don't pick up on because of how the vowels are pronounced. So big apologies there if I've mispronounced any names today or during the week. Please forgive me. But the ladies' match, it's almost in darkness at the far end. They're playing in darkness despite the lights being on. Jack's been moved by, was that Rita? Rita Saunders, I think, has moved to Jack. I can see some of the Dunleary players down the far end because they're wearing white and they've got the red on as well, but the Crumlin colours, I think it's Sarah Kelly's, they're in dark green. Amy Caruth's walking up to have a look at the head. I think Rita Saunders has gone up with her. So Jack's been moved back just short of the ditch. I think that was a bowl from Rita Saunders. Over in this other again on the men, I see what you're saying, we're on the last end on the men. I can't see what's happening there. They're talking about how can we get 6, I presume, or how can we get 5. Looks like only one bowl on the mat up there, so presumably John Byrne is contemplating what to do and how to either kill the end or pick up 5 shots. Amy's bowl is falling up short, so I can tell you, let's get my binoculars out. I don't think they're going to help me, but I'll try. And they're also out of focus. The Jack's gone so far back that my binoculars are out of focus for that length. There we go. So dark out there. That's a green bowl, and there's another darker bowl there. I suspect that Dunleary are holding 2. Rita Saunders is on the mat, as you saw. I can't show you the head. If I show you that direction, you can see the bowl going past us now. I can tell you she's reaching the ditch and gone into the ditch. So I think there's 2 there. 2 so far. Is there any bowls left for the... Yes, there are. We've got 1 blue bowl. That'll be Amy Caruth's to be played, and then I can see there's a green... Okay, I've just heard clapping. You can see there. I missed that last bowl. I was looking to see how many bowls are left for the ladies. I'll see if I can hold on. Put you on hold and see if they can turn that to the ladies. Hold on. Okay, look, we're trying here to get that end that the ladies are playing up there. It's so dark up there, and they're on that 17th end, 16-11 to Crumlin.
You put your hand on the ladies now.
So we'll get the ladies last end. I was just saying over there in the other, the Boyd Cup, that's all over. Shane Leonard and Nicholas Smith have been triumphant in that. They've beaten off Ian Darcy and John Byrne. They ended up on 11. That was a close game for a long time. In fact, for those that have been watching this broadcast all the way through, you'd be well aware that I was calling Shane Leonard the white stickered bowl. So I don't know why I did that. I fell into that trap somehow. And so I was giving out false information. Not deliberately, of course. Now here we go. Sarah Kelly's pushing up to the... Oh, she's got the shot. She's drawn the shot. The Crumlin people are ecstatic. What's left to be played? Gay Green is walking down. Sarah Kelly's on her way up to celebrate. I don't think the camera's been changed yet, but let's have a look. No, that's been in the process of being changed. Sarah Kelly's gone up to get the... Okay, the camera's been changed, so swinging there. That's the best we can do. The Jack, you can see Sarah's bowl, the pink bowl, right there by the number 5. That's where the Jack is. Let's come back and see what Gay is going to do. Looks like a couple of bowls left to be played there, doesn't it? So Gay has sent that bowl off with a fair bit of weight. I think she's looking to... Oh, she hasn't. I don't think she. No, she hasn't. I don't. No, she hasn't. We have the champion come in. He's in there, putting away his bowls. Great victory there, Shane.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Yeah, Sarah drew the shot, or close enough to the jack. It's right near the ditch. So who's bowling now? I'll just quickly go down there. It's Sarah to have another bowl. Pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure she drew the shot. Be surprised if she didn't, with all the noise that went on, all the congratulations that went on. She's changed hands. She's coming down the other hand. I think that's short, isn't it? Yeah, that's coming up short. Whacks a few bowls. Let's see if Gay's got another shot here. Let's have a look. She'll need to put a lot more weight in than she did last time, and she's bounced it. So that'll take a lot of weight off. Doesn't look to be headed anywhere near the right weight that's required to do anything with that shot. She runs into the pack, and I think you'll find that Sarah is still holding. I think she doesn't want to go the forehand because she might knock up one of the Dunleary shots. So she goes to backhand. Yes, backhand. Trying to get round the bowls, and it's hanging. It doesn't come back to the rink. That's the problem with going too wide here. And she's made the ditch anyway. So looks like Sarah is holding one, but Gay's gone a lot more strength this time. Well, I thought she had, but no, she's going to run into the pack again, and very narrow too. So look, the Rita comes to have a look who's got shot and kicks out Sarah's bowl. So that's Crumlin get another one. That puts them on 17, I believe. Yeah, 17 ends played, and Dunleary unfortunately are 6 behind. So this is one of those uphill tasks that we often find ourselves in near the end of a game, when we've played so well and kept such close contact with the opposition, and then finally a few more shots have scored and we find ourselves with a gap that is almost impossible. We've got 8 bowls to play. This jack could be in the ditch here, so there's a chance. Yes, the jack's gone in the ditch. Nicky Ryan's put that in the ditch. There's a chance here for Dunleary to do something different. Potentially they might play it short, maybe they'll play it long. Whatever Crumlin have been playing, the best idea is to play it the opposite. Looks like they have. They're playing a short one here. Dunleary gone for short, or certainly just over short. Sarah's walking up to see how far that is, deciding whether it's legal. She says it is. So now we have Nicky Ryan looking to draw on a short length. 6 shots required by Dunleary to force an extra end. Nicky gets a clap before she delivers a bowl from Sarah. Gives her a clap, to focus up. Sarah's yelling at the bowl, or calling to the bowl, should I say, which has ended up 2 yards short. So let's have a look at the head. That's Rita. No, Valerie, is it? I have to get my score sheet out. She's going to head up Nicky, unfortunately. Fortunate for Nicky, of course. Nicky still remains a yard and a half, perhaps a yard short of the jack with that knock-up. This next bowl is far better and going to be on the jack, I'd say. Won't be far off it. She's made the adjustment. That's about a foot. So have I got let's have a look at that name. Oh, so I haven't even got the lights on in my room here. Where is it? Vivian. Sorry about, yeah, Vivian Beattie. What did I call her? Sorry about that, Vivian Beattie. She's bowled a ball that's gone through. Who's bowling up there now? It's got to be, yeah, 3 bowls, of course, triples we're playing. So Nikki Ryan pushes her own bowl up and then stays there with it, so holding 2. And I called her Valerie, didn't I? I think it's Vivian, of course. Vivian Beattie to bowl her 3rd bowl. Coming around, could be close here. Just needs to run a bit, and it catches the edge of Nikki Ryan's shortest bowl, a yard from the jack, and stops. So it's looking like a uphill task for Dunleary at the moment. What can they manufacture here? Amy Carruth on the mat. I've just shown you the head here, but Amy Carruth bowling with her blue bowl, white sticker, coming down, joining Nikki Ryan's, and sits alongside it. So that's Crumlin holding 3, possibly, yeah, probably Crumlin holding 3. Now the issue here, I suppose, with no bowls really anywhere near the head for Dunleary, and there's 2 of them are actually short of the other 4 Crumlin bowls. Something has to happen. I would suggest to play through Nikki Ryan's bowls or Amy Carruth's and replace them. So try and get a scatter there. She's playing on the back, on the forehand here though. I definitely would be playing. Looks like she's just playing to draw it. That to me isn't the right approach, given that you need 6. I think you need to scatter the bowls of Crumlin there. 3 of them and close to the jack. If you could hit, I think if you could hit the inside Nikki Ryan one on the, yeah, I suppose it could be the forehand, but you need to hit it quick and probably even play the backhand there and try and come off one or the other. Amy Carruth goes a little bit long. That's fine, because that's where the bowl from Dunleary ended up. So they're covering bowls really. That's what's happening here. Rita has continued to play, I think, the forehand, and it's given Dunleary another back bowl, but there's only 2 back bowls that I can see from Dunleary. 3 short bowls, I think. The strategy here doesn't seem to be the right one to me. No point trying to draw the jack and getting 1 shot out of it. If you want to achieve something, you need to clear the blockage, what I'd call the wall. Amy Carruth's coming through. Excuse me. Amy Carruth put her bowl long. Excuse me. So that covers any chance of taking bowls back. There's no bowls back really to speak of for Dunleary. And here again, from best what actually, Rita's changed her hand, coming into the wall, just missing the wall actually. So that gives them 3 now. 3 at the back, but you still have to get the jack over to there. They need 6. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the shorter bowls from Dunleary are going to prevent that from happening. Having said that, Gay's got 3 bowls to be played. I still think the strategy is to remove the wall that Crumlin have put up. They're holding 3. I think they're only holding 3 in a measure, then say, I think it's only 3. But if that wall gets any tighter or bigger, it's going to be very difficult. We have Sarah Kelly bowling her first bowl. She's going long as well. I think probably possibly she hasn't gone too long actually, just probably a yard. But if you remember last night, Nolene Kelly played a superb bowl to pick up a jack and cart it back to give her team 3 shots, which is what they needed to win after the other Crumlin team had were 2 ahead going into that last end. So that's the importance of back bowls. Now in this case I can say, I'm pretty sure I can say with confidence that unless Dunleary remove the wall, they won't have any chance of getting anywhere near the 6. And I see that Gay Green played her forehand there. It looked like it was just an attempt to draw the jack. So that's just going through the motions really in my mind. You need to make something happen. If you're going to try and get 6, you need to make something happen. You either make that by clearing out the Crumlin bowls, or you attempt to kill the jack and restart. Let's burn the jack and restart and try and get bowls closer. So Sarah Kelly is bowling with weight. She joins another Dunleary bowl, so I would say there's no hope. It looks to me as if the ploy from Dunleary is simply to win the end and, you know, go off the green with 12 shots instead of 17. This is to my mind not an attempt to win the game. Perhaps I'll reflect on that when they see the coverage, or reflect on how the game went for them. But Sarah Kelly on the forehand, I think she just gets down to the jack. She can draw the jack, no problem there. But she looks like she's coming in short. Doesn't really matter. There's no hope here. I hope Dunleary don't feel bad about me saying this, but there's no hope here that Dunleary can pick up these 6 shots. They're playing the wrong hand for a start, in my view. They should have attacked that head. Now Gay's drawn she's pushed the ball up, probably given Dunleary the shot, but it doesn't matter really. I mean, it to me made no point attempting to win the shot. What was the point just to winning 1 shot? Kudos maybe that you'd won the last end. So congratulations there to Crumlin, the ladies from Crumlin. We have Nikki Ryan, Amy Carruth and Sarah Kelly picking up yet another championship. Certainly for Sarah. I'm not sure in terms of, it's certainly another championship title for Crumlin. And so they hug each other, they share the joy of winning a championship here in the ILB Championship Week, the final. They've won the final. Dunleary signing off the card. Probably they put up a good effort, but in the end they've come up short. And it looks like it's been Crumlin's week yet again. I'll have to think of a strategy how I can bring about that change maybe next year, if we can maybe do a bit of training and do a bit of strategizing, and perhaps Iron can become a bit more of a force to be reckoned with. But certainly they've had a great championship, 4 championships, and one of them being a winning one. Finals I'm talking. Looks like Crumlin again have won multiple championships, so I congratulate them as a club. They work together, and they certainly have the players and the team spirit and the support, so it doesn't surprise me really. They've got a good formula working for them. We just hope that perhaps in the future Iron can give them a good challenge when we get ourselves together. So thanks very much for watching this coverage for the week. I hope you have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed helping you out with the commentary. I hope you've enjoyed my commentary and the camera work that's been done, and the commentary by Suzanne Canane And thank you for watching, and thank you for support during this week. I'm signing off.